guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be changing these old bulb indicators to the new LED set. I've already done the conversion on one side, so you can see the difference, what they look like. These ones look a bit dated now. They don't really suit the bike's design in my opinion, so I just went with the ones that go with the look of the bike. And it's a fairly easy conversion, doesn't take too long or crazy know-how. Fairly straightforward process, and to make it all work you'll have to replace the relay that sits right there behind the cowl. So the cowl will have to come off, and I'll show you how to do it. I haven't seen any single video that showed where the relay actually was. And here what the back looks like. I prefer the sleek look of the newer side. The old ones look a bit sagged. You can see the comparison there. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so in order to take off the front indicator, we got to remove 3 bolts. There's one there, one in the middle, and one right at the bottom of it. So once we remove these, this panel comes off. I've made it all loose, that's why they're just coming off super easy. Otherwise it takes about 30 seconds to take each bolt off. And once the last one comes off, this panels can drop below, but be careful, don't scratch your paint with it. Okay, after that panel, there's another sneaky bolt that sits under there. Once you undo that, then the top panel comes off, which gives you access to your wiring. Okay, so now we're going to remove the indicator, which is held by the nut at the back of the Allen bolt, and then install this new indicator on, and it's also got a lock nut on it, which will hold it securely there. So once we remove that, I've already chopped off the connectors, original Triumph connectors off it, guys, as you can see in the video, and I've soldered them onto my new indicator. Just trying to test fit it at the front before. So once this one comes off, we're gonna drill the hole bigger, as the fitment's a bit different on the new indicators. They're slightly thicker. So the wires actually are all good to go for now, and we're gonna make that hole bigger and then install our new indicator. Okay guys, so I'm just going to use the strap drill to make the hole a little bit bigger. Just take it easy on this process. You don't want to make the hole too big and make the indicator sloppy, so just test it out slowly and see if it's a snug fit. After that, if it feels that it's just perfect, then stop right there. If it needs a bit bigger, then take your time and do it patiently instead of just going for a big one right off the bat and have a sloppy indicator that just vibrates when you're done installing. So yeah, I'm just gonna slide the wires through that hole and then see how the indicator shaft sits in there, and seems like it's a perfect fit for now. So I'm just gonna slide the nut over the wiring, and this is the trick that I used because both the connectors seem to be quite thick to go together. So I just held them at a distance and had one go at a time through the nut, and now it's ready to install. Okay guys, so before I install the indicator, I'm just going to show you without the relay what kind of chaos it causes on the LEDs. There you go. So it's just going nuts. So, and both the indicators are connected, the front one and the back one, but the flasher rate is crazy. So in order to rectify this, we're going to turn it off and take off the front cowling, and switch the relay right here, and then you will see the flasher rate calm down a bit. So in order to take this off, what we need to do is remove this panel here that we did to take off our indicator, our flasher. The same thing we got to do exactly on the other side. Now to take this face off, we got to take off this screw right here, one, and then the other one's on the other side of the speedometer, there, two, and these two are sneaky. Once you take this piece off, you can see it, it's right here. And it's the third one down. I've loosened them all, guys, just in case you're wondering how I'm able to pop these off so quick. And there's another fourth one in the same spot. And now it all comes off like this. And the relay is right here. So the socket orientation is exactly the same. The lock isn't, but I'm gonna zip tie and tape it so it doesn't move around too much. Clips. And now I've decided to put it here because this is a bigger unit than the one that I took off. It just seems to sit a bit better there, but at the end of the world, if you want to stick it back there, you can. I'll just leave the empty one here in case I need it again in the future. It just sits there. Put it on, and now let's turn it on and I'll show you. Indicators are working way better, working just the way they're supposed to. Sequential LED. That's the reason why we went through this little trouble of taking it apart. And to put it back on, it's just simple. There's a pin that goes into this rubber grommet. Just line her up. This is how the indicators look at the front. The flashers, super slim, and they work a charm. And now we're gonna go at the back and show you how to get the back one done. Allen. Now, to get to the connections, what you have to do is take off the insurance plate, and then there's two screws here which make this plastic plate a sandwich, and the connectors actually hide in there. So what you gotta do is split this open and then pull these out. You can get your hands on it. So after removing the stock indicator, now we're just switching the Triumph connectors over to the LED ones so we can do the install. And just heat it up one at a time, don't go nuts, because you could actually end up melting your wires. After prepping up the connectors, now it's time to make the hole a bit bigger to mount the indicators on the rear fender. So for that, we're just going to take our strep dill and make that hole slightly bigger. But remember not to make it too big so they start to vibrate and just get loose in the hole. Just keep it snug, check it a few times if you need to. Okay guys, now that the drill's done its work, it's time to mount the indicator on. It's a snug fit, so there you go, it's tightened up. Time to plug the wires back on. One thing I would suggest is to make sure your connections are proper. Turn on your lights before you tighten up the bolts and pack up the rear end, because it's an absolute pain to just take it all apart again. Okay, works. Okay, all four sides, guys. Okay. The front's the same. Okay guys, now we're on to the last two nuts that close off the wiring for the rear indicators and the brake light. Once this is done, the job is officially done. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe and have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. Bye now.